clean, green and healthy state. 60 caregivers receive child protection case management training in Anambra State. Federal government said to avert NLC's planned nationwide strike. Magnitude 6.1 earthquake shakes northern Japan. Before the news in detail, here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and the promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Welcome to the news. Anambra State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyeka Chukwu-Ibezim has called on community heads and all the stakeholders to join hands with Professor Chukwuma-led Soludo administration to achieve the target clean and healthy state. The Deputy Governor made the call during a meeting with the President's General and Local Government Chairman from across the state at Asatu Hall, Government House in Oka. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Deputy Governor Ibezim, who is the chairman, Clean, Green and Sustainable Anambra ESCO Committee, said that the team is mandated by the government to ensure that the clean, green and sustainable state targeted by the present administration are actualized and sustained. Dr. Ibezim regretted that most of the state's residents have turned waterways and other strategic points into waste dumps, asking the community leaders and local government chairmen to set up measures to tackle the menace and ensure cleanliness at community levels, assuring that Professor Soludo's government is already planning on how to commend communities that will turn best in cleanliness. He encouraged the President General to always partner with the youths and women leaders in their various communities for greater achievements and development.
Cleanliness is what? So this meeting is just for the cleanliness of the state.
On his part, the State Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Felix Odimegu, while disclosing that markets across the state will be shut down on Saturday, the 1st of April 2023 from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the flag off of the Clean, Green and Sustainable Anambra project of the Professor Soludo government, asked entire Anambra to take active part in the special exercise as he mandated local governments chairmen, presidents general and other community heads in the state to simultaneously cascade the special environmental sanitation in the various nooks and crannies of the state, and as well to devise means of sustaining a clean environment in the areas afterward. Mr. Odimegu explained that the Saturday exercise to simultaneous desilting and evacuation of waste from drainage channels across the state for the free flow of water, saying that the exercise should not be seen as a government thing, but rather a collective responsibility for a clean and healthy environment, as according to him, a clean environment guarantees healthy living.
And I am here alone. We want to do it together with all the major stakeholders. Can we achieve this result? Actually, by the time I do this exercise, maybe here continuously, because the local government, TC chairman, and the committee leaders will continue this process in a sustainable way.
Speaking, the State Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Wabunwanne, who emphasized that Anambra should develop a culture of cleanliness, urged the TC chairman and the PGs to take the message to the grassroots for positive results. In a remark, the president of the Anambra State Association of Town Unions, Barrister Titus Abudo, commended the support of the present administration to the union, appealing that presidents general in the state should be carried along in the decision-making both at the local government and state levels, and should also be recognized as partners in progress behind the government of Professor Soludo, and will always contribute their quota in the development of the state.
These are community leaders. Every sector of government gave the PGs. I also include and the committee of board level.
From Government House in Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Winners have emerged at the grand finale and awards ceremony of Anambra Talent Show Season 2, which took place at the Professor Dora Akunyili Women's Development Center in Oka. The winners, who were selected from 4 categories of the show, ranging from acting, singing, dancing and technovation, cut away 1 million naira flight tickets to any state of choice in Nigeria and to receive a weekend treat in a hotel as well as other packages. Correspondent Emmanuel Chiwata reports.
For dancing, Mr. Uchenna Nwolisa came first, while for acting, Mr. Pascal Akenyi emerged as the winner. For the singing category, Chukwuebuka Okeke came best, while on Technovation, a group called EcoSafe Enterprise, which produced waste-to-wealth machines, emerged victoriously. The show, organized by the Office of the Special Advisor to Anambra State Governor on Entertainment, Leisure and Tourism, in partnership with Bring It On Africa, a non-governmental organization, has the noble aims of discovering new talents in the areas of acting, singing, dancing and technovation. The show was a spectacular one where the performers thrilled the audience with excitement as it equally attracted government officials, including the Deputy Chief of Staff and Chief Protocol to the Governor, Mr. Chinedu Nwoye, commissioners, special advisors, and people from various walks of life. Commenting on the show, Special Advisor to the Governor on Entertainment, Leisure and Tourism, Mr. Bob Manuel Udohun, stressed that the event was to harness young talents from all corners of the state, disclosing that the show was a befitting roundup of activities marking Governor Soludo's 1 year in office, since it is the first talent show in the administration. He stated that Anambra Talent Show was spectacular because it is another demonstration of the governor's drive to make the state a livable and prosperous homeland.
But now, those ones that they have good voices, though, but instead of using their voices, they are using something else. But she's using her voice, she's using her body to do what? Dance and give expression to her voice. Give it up one more time for Amasta!
Lending their voices, an Oka stakeholder, Chief Emeka Nwosu, and a representative of Koschari's group, Dr. Amos Aleke, commended the organizers for hosting the show to identify talents and expose them to greater opportunities.
I believe that under the government of Soludo, I think he's a man of vision. He has another package for the state. I'll tell you the truth myself.
We have a whole lot of talent in Anambra State, and this is a booster for so many people who have talent to, showcase, or maybe they don't have a link. This is a very good link for them to showcase themselves and grow their talent, and of course, grow themselves.
On behalf of the winners of the competition, Mr. Uchenna Nwolisa appreciated the sponsors and the organizers of the event for the show.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, in partnership with the State Ministry of Women and Social Welfare, has trained 60 people in child protection, case management, and mental health and psychosocial support, MHPSS, in Anambra State. The training, which was held in Oka, included participants drawn from teachers, social welfare and health officers, religious and youth leaders of the 7 local government areas hugely affected by flood. In her opening remarks, the Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Honorable Ife Obinabo, expressed satisfaction about the commitment and dedication of the participants towards the exercise. The Women and the Social Welfare Board urged the participants to step down the knowledge acquired during the training in their communities to ensure that the goal of the project is achieved. A child protection specialist, Dr. Victor Atuchukwu, said the 3-day capacity building workshop was informed by last year's ravaging flood in several local governments. He explained that the training is targeted at empowering and providing trainees with mental health and psychosocial interventions to survivors to ensure they were mentally stable to continue with their lives. Dr. Atuchukwu noted that UNICEF is leveraging on the platform provided by the Ministries of Women Affairs, Health and Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency RWASA to provide the interventions. The senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District, Dr. Patrick Uba, has splashed empowerment items on over 10,000 constituents and his Young Progressive Party supporters from Nnewi North local government area. The empowerment items include tricycles, motorcycles, sewing machines, grinding machines, big generating sets, solar-powered charging point, POS, and kiosk with small generating sets, among others. Correspondent Chimezio filed on this report, taken from our studio.
The event, which took place at Ifeanyi Stadium, Nnewi, recorded over 10,000 attendees across the 10 wards from the 4 quarters of Nnewi, which are Otolo, Uruagu, Umudim, and Nnewichi. Representing the items, Senator Uba expressed appreciation to the people of Nnewi North for their trust in him and their faith in good governance, which made them vote for him for a second term in the Red Chambers. Senator Uba emphasized that his appreciation package was not just monetary items, but tangible materials which could bring on money to them on daily basis. He continued that the idea to empower the people is to alleviate the suffering of the people of his constituency and make them productive throughout their days on earth. In an opening speech, the Director General of Ifeanyi Uba Campaign Organization, Chief Vin Onyeka, thanked the people for voting Dr. Ifeanyi Uba for the second time. Chief Onyeka also praised the party supporters for all their efforts and sacrifices to the progress of their party and promised that it cannot be taken for granted.
Orumba North and South. You people responded in kind. I thank you. Thank you.
Reacting to the empowerment program, the state chairman of the party, Mr. Moses Obi, thanked the senator for his magnanimity and urged the beneficiaries to make effective use of the items. Speaking, one of the beneficiaries of the tricycle, Evangelist Dan Okonkwo, represented by Evangelist Chidi Chikwendo, expressed immense happiness and promised to effectively and efficiently make use of the tricycle to help himself and his family. The event came after the conclusion of Dr. Ifeanyi Uba thank you tour visits to Agwata, Orumba North, Orumba South, Nnewi South, and Ekwusigo local government areas, where he also distributed several empowerment items to the members of the Young Progressive Party, YPP, and other supporters in the areas. Many dignitaries attended the event, including Honorable Augustine Ike, who won Nnewi North House of Assembly under the same platform, party executives both at the state and ward levels, and the Ifeanyi Uba Chief Media Aide, Mr. Chooks Kamen, among others.
The Anglican Bishop of Agata Diocese, Right Reverend Samuel Ezofo, has blamed the problem of the society and covetousness In a sermon at Christ Anglican Church Achina in Agota local government area during the induction and institution of Venerable Chukwuebuka Peter Chukwuemeka as the fourth Archdeacon of Ami Archdeaconry, Bishop Ezeofor decried the series of problems covetousness have put the Nigerian nation into. Correspondent Abu Chinwozo reports.
The bishop regretted that satanic hold and disrespect to the commandments of God, which he described as ignorant disobedience, has caused a series of setbacks to human development. Bishop Ezeofor, who cautioned Christians against worshipping and fearing their fellow human being instead of God, reminded them of its consequences. He stressed the need for the faithful to always live lives of holiness to inherit the kingdom of God, pointing out that salvation and redemption only come from God. Right Reverend Ezeofor, who is also the national chairman of the Evangelical Fellowship in the Anglican Communion, EFAC Nigeria, charged ministers of God to always preach the gospel of without contamination, regretting the high rate of idolatry in the society, especially among the youths. In a remark, the new Archdeacon of Amiyi Archdeaconry, Venerable Chukwuebuka Chukwuemeka, who thanked Bishop Ezeofor for the confidence reposed in him, charged the faithful to see the spread of the gospel as a collective responsibility. The service, which featured the administration of the oath of canonical obedience and allegiance, was attended by the president of Agwata Diocesan Women's Ministry, Mrs. Chinyere Ezeofor, the wife of the former vice president, Mrs. Ifeoma Ekwueme, some clergy and their wives, and diocesan officials. The immediate past Archdeacon of Amiyi Archdeaconry, who is now the cathedral administrator, Venerable Ifeanyi Chukwu Obueli, led the new Archdeacon into the entrance of the Christ Anglican Church, Achina, with the mandate of Bishop Ezeofor. Anthem by the choir.
The Minister of Labor and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, has said that he was positive that the planned nationwide strike by the Nigerian Labour Congress would not hold. This, he explained, was because the federal government had intervened to avert the industrial action. He noted that Tuesday's meeting of the NLC's National Executive Committee will focus on the implementation of several steps by the central bank to avail cash nationwide to alleviate the suffering triggered by prolonged cash crunch in the country. Ngige disclosed that these are the 68th session of the State House Ministerial Briefing organized by the Presidential Communications Team at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. It will be recalled that Ngige, alongside the CBN Governor Dr. Godwin Emefiele, met the leadership of the NLC on Monday to avert its nationwide strike planned for Wednesday, March 29. NLC had threatened to kick off a nationwide industrial action if the federal government failed to address the lingering cash crunch, fuel scarcity, and electricity tariff hike. A magnitude 6.1 quake struck off Amori in northern Japan on Tuesday, the National Weather Agency said, but no tsunami warning was issued. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the quake hit at about 6:18 p.m. local time at a depth of 20 kilometers. Major Japanese media outlets carried no immediate reports of damage or injuries. Earthquakes are common in Japan, which sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of intense seismic activity that stretches through Southeast Asia and across the Pacific Basin. The country has strict construction regulations intended to ensure buildings can withstand strong earthquakes, and emergency drills are routinely held to prepare for a major jolt. And now sports. South America Football Governing Organization, CONMEBOL, has honored Argentine superstar footballer Lionel Messi with the baton of football. A life-size statue of Messi holding the World Cup was also made in his honor. The footballer shared photos from the event on his Instagram page. Messi led Argentina to win the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which held in Qatar, after defeating France in an electrifying final match. And that's just about it on the news. But remember that you can follow ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Orca. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main point again. Deputy Governor Ibesim has reiterated government's resolve to sustain a clean, green and healthy state. 60 caregivers have received child protection case management training in Anambra State. Federal government has averted NLC's planned nationwide strike. And we also told you that a magnitude of 6.1 earthquake has shaken northern Japan. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the tasks ahead. And that's it on the news at 7. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.